Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Wow, bangarang. What a great night we had in Beverly, Massachusetts last night. Had it recorded. Things are going on. It's going to be a little bit. They're getting all the video edited, everything set up or whatnot. But we had a fantastic time. I want to say a special thank you to Mainly Mystics for coming there and meeting Mainly Mystics' brother. What an awesome, awesome time. Big, huge thanks to Mr. Bruce and Miss Bridget from Eyes of the Dragonfly. They were there. Mr. Bruce was helping us set up, getting things ready and doing things that he always does. So we want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. They are up here visiting. Now they are in Boston enjoying a ghost tour. So I'm wishing them all the best. They are not here on the air tonight, but they will be here. So let's get this thing started. Other things coming up. We're going to keep you posted, find out what's happening. But here we are tonight to find out what Spirit has to tell you. All right. So our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, that divine mother, the creator, the all, the divine feminine, everything that is because of you, we say thank you. We ask for your divine light of protection. We tell you to cast a large glowing light around us that is impenetrable by anything that is not of you for your good or for anyone or in this show's highest good. Keep your messages coming to me. May those messages come through me. May my words stay out of it. In all this, we give thanks. So mote it be. All right, let's see what's going on. There's some people I'm going to say hi to tonight, Miss Cynthia. We had a wonderful time. Glad you were here. And just so thankful for everybody and wish y'all could be here. But keep a lookout. It's going to be one of those things where we'll be able to have it up here before too long. Ellum, it is good to see you. It is nice to see you. Hope you're having a good evening. Let's see who I've got here. Donna, I haven't seen you all. It is good to see you. I was just thinking about you today. Hope everything's going well. And bangarang to you as well. So people are coming through the door. We're walking in and finding out what's happening. If you have a question, go ahead and put it in the chat. Get it in there right away. Don't ask. Don't do anything. Just type it. And we will get to it as quick as we can. And I will go from there. So let's see what's going. Andrew, good evening. Glad to see some people here. Just wanted to take a moment to say hi. Kind of forgotten some of that and in a rush to get through everything. Sierra and Dell, good to see you. And so let's get started. Here we go. Andrew, what does Spirit want me to know is ahead for the rest of 2025 that I should be prepared for? Good question. Let's find out. Okay. So excuse me, I still got this cough. They're getting me over to an ear, nose, and throat guy as soon as they call. So we will find out. I think it's allergies, but we will see. But Andrew, what does Spirit want me to know ahead? What is ahead for the rest of 2025? Key thing is, Andrew. Give me just a minute, guys. Wow, all the time. What's funny is I went through a sneezing fit and picked up a towel that I had used to clean up some of my incense, so I got a big whiff of that. So it's probably not working real well. Here we go. I'm going to go through these with the idea in mind. I'm going to give you a very quick reading, and if you need more information, go below into my link and be sure to set up an appointment, and I'll be glad to go into more detail with you. One of the things I want to remind you, nothing is set in stone, Andrew. There is no fate. There is nothing like that. We create our own fate. So as these cards are read, or as I go through these real quick, you're going to understand that things can change. Things can always change. You can change them. Other people can change them. All of our decisions can change these things that are happening. So let's take a look and see what's going on. And here we go. So Andrew, your light card right ahead is the Eight of Wands. So I'm going to pull these out, throw 3 cards, and get them right here. So there's some type of movement coming. Things are going to be happening fast for you for the rest of the end of the year. 3 of Wands, or the Eight of Wands, is about moving quickly and actual movement. So you could be looking at a trip, you could be looking at relocating, or that there's something you need to do. I see that this is going to involve some other people in your life, whether they be close to you or not, but it could be matters of the heart. But it's going to be a party, a celebration, a time to take a look. The King of Wands is here to tell you right now what Spirit is saying for you is you have to take charge of your will, what you want to do in your life. Do not let things just happen around you. Be ready to take action, take control, and be the strength. And that's what Spirit's trying to tell you. There's going to be some movement going on. Make sure you understand that, and make sure you understand you can change it, and make sure, most of all, you're looking at how other people are affected in this or whatnot, but you are ultimately in charge of how you want your year to end. That's what we've got. Wow, bangarang. Okay, so here we go. Sierra Dell's up next. I'm mixing the cards. Man, I wish y'all could have been there last night. It was a great time for all. We had a good time. I didn't get to read everybody there. There were too many people. But so that's one of those things that what's happening. And but we read everybody. Then we had 20 people in the VIP section. And we did personal readings for them afterwards. We had a ball. People were laughing, people were crying. We had a great time. So let's see what's happening here for Sierra and Dell. Sierra and Dell, howdy, tribe. I start a brand new job this week. Fantastic. That's good news. What should I be mindful of going back into the workforce? You know, that's a great question. Let's take this and see what's going on. Spirit, let's show Sierra and Dell what she needs to be ready for as she re-enters the workforce and gets back to work, and see what's happening. What's the biggest thing for Sierra and Dell to be mindful of? So here we go. Let's go here. Let's see what's happening. So we have the Page of Swords. We have the Magician. All right. So that means a lot's going to be riding on you. It's going to be on you to take a look and remember you have the key. You hold the key to this. That's always a great card. And then we have the Four of Coins. So coins fitting, being that we're talking about workforce, things like that. Page of Swords. There's going to be some things you need to learn. Joel, jump back in. Some things may have changed. If you have questions, ask. Don't be a fool and not ask questions when you don't know. It's okay to stand up and say, I don't know, because you're going to learn. They're going to be looking to you and maybe even looking to you for some of the answers. You remember, you deserve to be here. You are all the power, and the Four of Coins. Time to jump back in and establish a great place in this work environment. And you're going to be able to establish a good new base for your work, for being able to move off. This is a great new place and a great new jumping off point. You're going to be okay. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Wow. Bangarang. All right. On that, man, I got to teach people what bangarang meant. We had a lot of people coming in. Different things were happening. It was really cool. A lot of people affected, some love questions, some people being affected by things, grief and things like that. There was a couple, I'm so sorry that they had experienced some tragedy in their life just a couple of days before. My heart and prayers goes out to them. There was somebody that didn't get a reading and was upset. You know what? Sorry, I did my best. And then you left in the VIP section. So that's it. But, come give it a shot. Give it again. Find out what's going on. If you're listening, come try me out here. Let's see what's happening. So, Miss Cynthia, school starting next week and Joey leaving again. What should I expect? Helter skelter. That's one of those things. It's going to get crazy, but just realize, okay, now you're going to have to get your wheels on. You're going to be moving around. You're going to be picking the kids up. You're going to be dropping off. And then with those ball games and stuff, and didn't want them to have dance or something, that's one of those things you're going to have to be aware of. So as we look at this, and let's take a look and see what's happening, okay? So, Spirit, what does Cynthia need to be aware of as she's starting next week? Kids are going back to school, and Joey is leaving for work again. All right. What have you got to tell Cynthia? And let's see how this works for her. Here we go. All right. Two of Wands right out of the gate. The Strength card. Look at this. All right. And the King of Coins. The Two of Wands says it's time to start making a plan. You need to make sure you have schedules written down in advance, knowing what's going on. This is going to let your mind rest at ease a little better. Be strong. Don't let it get to you. Keep in mind, build yourself in some time to have your meditation and to have your coffee and to be still and for everybody to be quiet, and you will be fine. The King of Coins is back again. And that King of Coins is saying, this is your domain. You have to deal with this. And there's parts of this you want to deal with. You just need to make sure that you are in control and you force schedules. So get it all up. You understand? Talk to the kids. Here's what's going, and set a regimen for the kids. And that's where the strength. Thank you, Spirit. This is going to be one of those things. So the kids understand coming in that you have a plan, you have a schedule, and we're going to handle certain things. Put your foot down, let them know. You can do that with love and everything else. But that King of Coins is talking about you have to be the boss of your house right now. You have to be the boss of everything that's going on. Take charge in your world. You know what? Also, too, there may be some resources coming available to you. You're going to have to manage them and understand what's going on. But this is going to be good. You're going to be able to take care of it. Bangarang. That's great. So, things to look forward to. There are things. Some parents whose kids are no longer there, they're like, oh my God, I remember this hectic schedule. I remember everything that went on between soccer games, and this one's in this grade, this one's in that grade, different schools or whatnot. It was dark times at Ridgemont High. It's one of those things where you need to just pay attention. Get in a routine. That is going to be absolutely key for you. And that's what that King is telling you. Get in order, set the rules, lay the law down, know what's going on, and that way you can kind of keep the emotions out of it. Okay? Wow. Banger. All right. So I'll be doing another live in October back at the Off Cabin at Beverly. They've already asked me back. It was a great time. We had a good time. If you can get up here, I'd love to see it. We got some other things from what I understand that are in the works. I might be in Salem some in the next upcoming months, different things, and moving around. Might even be down somewhere in Florida, not sure. We're trying to figure some things out. So this is for everybody to kind of come and go. Now, Ellen, I see you're right there. What we're going to do here first, though, is I'm going to ask Spirit, what do we need? What's something you want the tribe to know right now? So Ellen, Linda, y'all are coming right up. Let's see what happens. So I'm asking Spirit. I'm using the Baroque Tarot that my wife got for me off of Kickstarter. It's a great, beautiful deck. I love the artwork. Tell me what you think below about the artwork. If you're new, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share. That's the most important thing you can do for Tarot with an Attitude and for me personally. I don't charge for this. It's just an exchange of energy. If you want to donate something, donate down below. If you're enjoying this and you help us carry on, that'll be great. There is a tip jar down there, whatever lays on your heart. But one of the biggest things you can do is hit that subscribe and hit that like button. Make some comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what's on your mind. Let us know what's going on, and we will see. So, Spirit, I'm asking what you would like the tribe to know at this moment in time. What's important? Where do you feel your heart is at, where our hearts are at, and what we need to do? So here we go. So the first card, the Seven of Swords. Oh, okay. We got somebody creeping around here in the dark. Page of Coins. And then we have the Six of Swords. A lot of swords. So what Spirit is saying is we have to be very careful right now that we don't let someone else steal our joy, steal our sanity. Okay? It's up to us to be in charge. And it's also saying you need to make sure you're keeping your ethics about you and don't let things happen, or you don't take advantage and dump bad energy on someone else. There's just something in the mix that's not quite right. Somebody might be up to something. One of the things we used to say, the difference between naked, and naked, you ain't got no clothes on. Naked, you ain't got no clothes on and you're up to something. That's the Seven of Swords. Somebody is not quite telling you the truth, or you may not be telling yourself the truth. The Page of Coins is saying, you know what? You better be careful. Don't be foolish. When you combine these two cards, make sure you know what's going on. If somebody's playing with your money or you're fixing to make an investment, you're going to want to study it, know what's happening, and not be childish about it. The Six of Swords. It is going to be time for people to maybe let something go. Put your eyes. It didn't work. Something didn't happen. Maybe you're looking at making an investment. And what I'm getting here is now is not the time to be foolish with your money. You know what? Set your eyes on something new. If it feels wrong, it probably is. Hold tight. And there's nothing wrong with picking a new goal and moving forward and trying something different. Wow, that's really cool. What a message. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So somebody out there is needing to hear that somebody's not playing fair. And that could be one big thing right there. So AA, here we go. Will Amir come back to me in the near future, or should I forget about him? You know what I'm going to do here real quick? Here we go. Let's ask them what you need to know about being in a relationship. LMAA needs to know about being in a relationship. I'm not going to tell you what Amir is going to do, what he could do, because all this could change. But I will tell you what you need to know about a relationship with Amir. And this is going to be something that's good for you to understand that it's time. And at least you're recognizing you might need to let him go. Let's see what Spirit has to say and where we're going with this. So right here, let's find out what happens. Here's your light card. What's our first card? The Hermit. That's telling me right now, it looks like it might be time you're going to walk alone for a while, and maybe you need to let Amir walk alone for a while. We have the Three of Cups. Party. There might be a third party involved in here, and that's one of the things I'm really picking up. I think you're going to want to let this go. This means it's a celebration, but what I'm picking up in the Three of Cups, whenever I'm looking at a relationship, I'm seeing there's something coming up about a third party, and you need to walk your own road for a while. Unfortunately, here we have the King of Swords. Be smart. Think about it. You already know the answer to this question that you're asking. You know what's going on. You're looking for a cheat code for God to say, don't go, or do this. Is the third party with you? Is the third party with him? But this is saying you have to be smart, get your emotions out of it, read the room, read what's going on, listen to your intuition, and make a decision accordingly. I'm telling you right now that this is telling me it's time to move on and let things take their course. So be smart, keep the emotions out of it, and move forward. We can, folks, one of the things we can do is we can always move forward and let somebody go without the hate, without the anger, without the mistrust. We can do this and understand that it's not a requirement. Sometimes we get angry and we let ourselves get into a lot of negative energy so we can deal with whatever issue we're dealing with. It makes it easier for us to close or go. It's kind of hard to tell somebody I love you, but I'm going to let you go. Okay. And keep that feeling of love and let them go. And then you know what? You got to watch what's going on. You got to watch before you let them back in the door. Things like this. What's happening? Know what's happening. Get smart about it. Know the facts. Question, find out, but understand that Hermit is saying it's time to walk a path for your own self for a while and look and see what's going on. Another thing I just got told, make sure some unfortunate times we have to look into the darkness, and it's a place we don't want to look. We don't want to believe, but yes, there could be a third person in this situation. And I said, could be, didn't say there was. All right. And you need to know it and study it and find out what's going on and then let it go. If he has already left, you let it go. All right. Live your life, be the king, be strong, understand, okay, he's gone. All right. So now, if he comes back, then it's time to ask more questions. Don't just take things back, okay? But you live your life. Never live your life waiting on somebody, okay? That's not healthy, it's not good, and it's not where we're meant to live our life, all right? So, wow, banger. All right, Linda, here we go. Hello from New Zealand. Wow, bangerang, welcome in. We have a lot of people from across the oceans and different things, and glad you're here. Thank you. Welcome to the Barefoot Bangerang tribe. We have one of our other tribe members is from New Zealand. I don't see them here tonight. We wish we could check on them. Haven't heard from them in a while. Okay, but they'll always surprise me and pop back in. Deborah, it is good to see you. Welcome, Bangerang. Glad you are here. So, Linda, hello from New Zealand. Please, may I have a general read? Appreciated. Absolutely. Just do me a favor, hit that subscribe, hit the like button. Y'all make sure you ring the bell. There's going to be some recorded stuff coming up here in the next few weeks, and I'm going to be striving to try to do daily reads, things like that, so you can start your day, end your day, know what's coming for tomorrow or whatnot. So I'm going to try to have those out there, and that's coming very soon. Hopefully by the middle of this week, we're going to start posting those and having those out there. All right. I want to throw a special shout out to a young man by the name of Harrison who helped do the recording last night. What a great young man, 21 years old. He handled the recording, was actually up close with a GoPro and doing this, and they're handling all the editing. Harrison, if you're out there just watching or listening, wow, you are appreciated, and thank you very much. Maybe sometime we could do a reading here, and you can come in, and I'd love to introduce you to these people. So here we go. New Zealand, general read. Let's see what's happening. I'm going to do this up. We are now going to shuffle the cards again. I shuffled them a minute ago, but I want to do it thinking about you, Linda. I like to set the intention. I like people to know what's going on, and I want to make sure that spirit, I don't have too much going in my head. So, Linda, from New Zealand, please, may I have a general read? Appreciated. Absolutely. Here we go. So, Linda, let's find out what's going on, and we're going to get this started. So your first card out of the deck, the Two of Coins. So this is going to be something trying to deal with two things, or a relationship, whether it's a relationship of the heart or relationship of something that's happening in the world around you with work, with chores, things like that. That two talks about the power of a relationship. And man, you're having to juggle. Might be between home and work, might be between spiritual and the church, spiritual and God, might be juggling your mortality or your mind versus spirit and what spirit wants you to do. But understand this, if you make the decision, settle and listen, spirit will guide you through it. We have the Nine of Wands. Man, sometimes you've been so busy, and what this is talking about is sometimes we really feel beat up. Like, I just can't, haven't got another fight. But that warrior in you, in the will, in the spirit, in the sacrifice of wanting to go, is saying, you know what? I'm going to take a breather, but I'm standing up and I'm going to continue to fight. This Wands is that fire. And you might be feeling like your fire's about to go out. Take your little breather, but then remember, I can do all things. It's what we were given, we were meant to do. We were not given anything that we cannot handle. We were promised this, okay? And that's going to be something very important. You know, we come here, we go into the Justice card. There's my Bangerang card. Since I've got some new people, remember, if you want to have some fun, watch the movie Hook. This kind of changed me. People were asking me about this last night. I got to explain it. It's one of those things where Peter Pan forgot he was a kid and he grew up, lost his magic and forgot how to fly, and became like everybody else, became the adult, caught up in this world right here, juggling work, juggling family. Things were losing, things were coming back. But the Justice card is here to remind us, bangerang, what we put out, we get back. Don't give into that. We are the Barefoot Bangerang tribe. Get barefoot, get grounded, take a moment, okay? And remember, you have magic. You were given magic at birth. We've just forgotten it, like Peter Pan. And you know what? It's time to remember that you have that magic. And once you find your magic, you find that happiness again, you can use that magic and find your wings and fly. Thus, bangarang. That's what we're trying to do. That's what happens. That's what this place is all about. If you have any questions about spirituality or things like that or tarot cards, this is a safe place to do it. But if you look at this, what this is saying is, I'm tired, I'm juggling, too many things moving, and I've got to make some decisions. Guess what? Make the decisions, but don't quit. You have to keep moving forward for your own will, for your own good of whatever you want to do. And the Justice card comes in and says, remember, you will be held accountable for quitting. You will be held accountable for your actions. What you put out is what you're going to get back. Let me tell you something. Most times, there are times to quit. But how many times have we ever quit anything, even when we needed to, and we didn't carry some disappointment and some negativity with us for a while? So that's what's going on there. Okay. Linda, you're busy. So what we're going to do right now, okay, is I am going to stop and we're going to say a prayer for everybody, because I'm seeing a lot of this, that people are tired. People are busy. The world is running at everybody. I even had a question last night with everything that's going on. What is happening? What do I do? How do I handle it? We unplug. We start to realize, you know what? Take it line item by line item. Is this within my grasp? Gracious Mother, Heavenly Father, the all, the God of understanding, the God of love, the God that cares for us, that beautiful feminine, that all is together. Everything that is, we're here to say thank you, but we are also here now to say people around the world are tired. People around everywhere, their minds are full of too much, not knowing what to do. I would love for you to send Raphael, his angels down. Raphael, go to Linda, go to other people that are feeling this tiredness, feeling this mental drain, not knowing what to do, the despair. Negative energy is just bathing the world, and we need to wipe that clean. We need to understand you don't have to accept it. Look at what's going on, and remember, one of the first things you can do is to remember to give thanks. Protect, guide, comfort, and heal. That is what we're telling you to do. And everything, so mote it be. Wow. All right. If anybody needs a special prayer, wants a special prayer, or something like that, please let us know. We're all about it. You know, I was confusing to some people who came to a tarot show, and next thing I know, I'm having a prayer. They're like, what? Okay. You can be spiritual and believe in any religion you want to believe. You know what? Things about that coming too. That's why you want to ring that little bell. All right, Miss Donna, it is so good to see you. Rev Rob, can I please have a healing prayer for my lower back? It's been acting up. Thank you. You know what? Yes, you can. What we're going to do right now, everybody, just look at Donna's post, okay? Think of Donna, whether you know her, know what she looks like, or whatnot. We are going to ask Spirit to come in. We are going to start. You will see me move on my hands. I'm building a chi ball. Again, Raphael, this woman is in pain and needs immediate attention and help. She's asking for our help. So I am saying, go. I'm not asking. I'm telling. All things mentioned in his name and in his honor will be done. Go to this woman. Now, we're going to bring some energy from above. Bring the energy from heaven. Bring the energy from the cosmos, from the cosmic, everything that's out there. Bring that energy in. Feel it coming in through your crown chakra, okay? And I want everybody to just breathe nice and easy. Now, feel the energy rushing up from the earth, deep within, as above, so below. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Let this energy just move through your heart. Let it culminate around your heart and begin to emanate from your hands. You will feel a chi ball. You will feel the energy forming. Now, what I want you to do is to picture Donna, okay? I want you to look at her back. And Donna, right now, we are sending this powerful, healing, godly energy out to you. The mother wants to take care of you. The goddess wants to take care of you. There is stress that's laying in here. There is so many things that's going on There are other things that are happening that are culminating in your lower back. We are now asking and talking, and we're looking, and I want you to take that and feel this energy as it moves. I'm seeing a knot. I'm seeing some things that need to be untied. Raphael, untie them. God, untie them. The mother, untie them so this woman can breathe. Let our healing energy as a group come together and radiate towards Donna. You will start to feel a vibration, a warmth in your lower back. This energy flooding towards you may feel a little funny at first, and when you're done, it may feel a little off. Sometimes it can give you a headache, make you a little sick because we're not used to this energy. Take it though, and then breathe in very slowly through your nose, out through your mouth, and say, I release this, I rebuke this, and I accept the healing from God the Father and God the Mother, Raphael, the archangels. So mote it be. All right, Donna, let us know. Just sit back, let that energy soak in, let that energy just move through your body. Just let it be. Okay. Wow. Holy mackerel. Woo. That even messed up my eyes right there. Holy crow. That was, wow. What a powerful energy. I hope you felt that. Go with God and let everything happen and let us know what's going on. So again, Jess Hansen. Hi from Las Vegas. I'm yearning for a major life change. Moving to the East Coast. The East Coast is awesome. Let me tell you. My husband thinks it's not right timing. Can spirit guide me? Is it in my future? Thank you. Let's do this. I'm going to bring out a pendulum for this one, and we're going to ask a couple of different questions here real quick. So I am going to ask, pendulum spirit, will you work with me tonight? Do you need cleansing? All right, we're very good. Want to make sure I am saying that left to right is my no. What is the yes? Thank you. There we go. Just making sure. And you can question your pendulum and question things. Here we go. Jess Hansen wants to know, is this the right time for them to move to Las Vegas? I'm getting a no. It's not the right time. It had to take a minute and it started shaking back and forth. That's telling me there's other things that play that you may not know about. Does Jess have all of the information she needs for this? No, you do not. There might be something y'all might need to sit down and talk about. Will Jess ever is moving to the East Coast in her immediate future? Yes. So the move is coming. You're going to have to look through some things. There are some things you need to investigate and some things you need to learn about. So, but yes, you will eventually move to the East Coast if that's what you want. That's where you're setting your heart. Doesn't mean you might not have to give some things up or do some different things. So, what we're going to do is ask Spirit, what does Jess need to know about moving to the East Coast? What does Jess need to know? Tell her what's happening and let's find out. Now, Jess, this is tarot with an attitude. All right. You can't shoot the messenger. I don't candy coat things. I'm glad you're here. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share. That's very important for us. But I will be glad to do this for you. And we're going to find out. Spirit, we're asking what Jess needs to know about moving to the East Coast of the United States. Here we go. First card out of the gate, the Two of Cups. This definitely has something to do with the relationship. It has something to do. You'll have to pull this together and see what's going on. We have the Ten of Cups, ultimate happiness. You know, one of the Broadway, Hollywood endings, as my wife would call one of these cards. You know what? But it's all around love. We have the Two of Cups, a relationship, and happiness coming. You just need to take your time and find out what's going on. Don't be so eager. I know the feeling. Things are out there. What Spirit is calling for you right now is patience. There's something that's just not quite right. Maybe you need to ask your husband, what is the right time? What's holding this back? Why are you saying this is not the right time? And let's find out. No, but this relationship is very important. So if we notice here, she's looking up to him. I'm not saying women be subservient or any of that. But if your special other, my wife and I will ask her, she will ask me, and I will give her my opinion. And at that point, we decide what's happening. A lot of times, if somebody wants to do something and the other person doesn't, we hold off in caution. And what we're seeing is you're doing the right steps, you're taking the right action. Look for your happiness. What is about this that is going to change your happiness, change your place? But this Three of Wands is going, y'all have taken action, you've put it out there, you want to manifest it, okay? Be patient. Find out. This will ultimately open up for you. That's what I'm seeing. That's what Spirit is telling me in these cards. You keep us posted. All right. Wow. Bangerang. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. So good luck with that. You know, one of the things I'll talk about here, and I've been through this myself, sometimes we go through a hard time and we just want to hit the reset button. And we feel like moving, relocating is what it's going to take to hit that reset button. But you know what? If you do it just to run from something or you don't close things out properly, those problems follow you. Those things happen. It doesn't help other than the location change. It buys you time. So you need to talk to each other and find out what's going on, what you feel, and really know what he is thinking about why it's not the right time. Well, what is? What has to happen? This is communication. Do it from love. Ultimately, happiness is both of your ultimate goal. Okay? So be patient. Be careful. Tread lightly. Okay? Wow. Bangarang. You know, Donna, whoa, I felt that very powerful energy. Thank you, Robin Tribe. Much love to you all. I have tears flowing down my face. Donna, we love you. Let me know if there's anything else we can do for you. That power is from God. That's not from, we channeled God and Raphael straight to you. I never want to take credit for that. None of us should take credit that we did that. Energy did it. The love energy, the God energy, source, what the all, that is who did that for you. And you know what? Just love. Just love. All right. Wow. Awesome. Thank you for letting us know. All right, here we go. Samantha, any guidance about my work environment, people, and spiritual guidance too? Thanks. All right, let's go with the work environment, people. All right. Let's see what's going on there. You know, you're not alone in that. There seems to be a lot of this. I've talked to a lot of people that are quitting, leaving their job. They're not happy. And you know what? Long as you're doing it, knowing everything going into it, if you're not happy and you're tired of carrying that burden, you know, you were looking for a job when you got this job. All right. It's time to be happy. Can't be stupid. Okay. But it's time to be happy. I'm reminded of my son telling people in his show, and it was a gamer show. But one of the things, he is a powerful motivator. And he said, we spend 8 to 12 hours a lot of times working for somebody else's dream, the owner of a company, the owner, you know, whether it be from Amazon to mom and pop diners. Okay. All that effort goes in to fulfill their dream of owning a restaurant. How much time are you spending trying to fulfill your dream, or are you trying to get by? Samantha, one of the things I talked about last night in manifesting and knowing this is the way we speak. I get on people all the time. I was guilty early on of saying, you know what? I don't want to be rich. I don't even like saying this out loud. Okay. I just want to pay my bills. And then we all wonder why all we're doing is barely getting by. No, I want to be happy. I want to be fulfilled. I want to reach in my pocket and everything I need to pay for, want to pay for, or do, there's money there. I want to understand that happiness is not in the material. But you know what? I am not wanting to just get by. I want to live. I want to fly. I want to be free. And that's very, very important. So, Samantha, let's see what's going on about my work environment people. Samantha, good to see you. Bangarang. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Samantha, Spirit, Samantha wants to know what she needs to know about her work environment people. All right. Just had a weird twitch in my gut. So let's find out. All right. Let's see what's happening. All right. Oh, let's do this. Let's bring this back up. Boom. There we go. So right out of the gate, you know what we have? The quill. One of the things the quill talks about, this is an extra card in this deck. There's 2 or 3 extra cards in this deck that they'll put in there. I want you to remember you're there for work. Okay. This is work. Be studious. Look at what's going on. And one of the things I'm telling you right out of the gate that just hit me, take notes. Keep a journal of your daily activities. Who did what? Who told you what? Where to go. It's just a matter of protection and knowing. But understand, somebody's going to try to draw you into drama and getting into all their little office crap. You're there to work. Okay. It's one of those things. You will be successful here from what I'm seeing. This is 23. Now, here's what I want you to see with the 23. That 2 is a partnership, and that could be between you and work or whatnot. 3, building something great, but you bring those together and you have a 5. Beautiful creation of a great job, but you better be careful. There's going to be some conflict with those employees that are with it. So in order to create something, you have to be careful. You have to be friendly. But one of the things I remind people all the time, just because people are friendly does not mean they are your friend. And this is being studious, learning, and making sure you follow the rules. That's what I'm getting from this card. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Good things are going to happen. You have money that's going to come in. Things are going to flow. Resources are going to come about. And you're going to be okay if you follow this first advice. And remember why you're there, what you're doing. The 2 of Wands. Don't get willy-nilly. We talked about this. That 2 of Wands is make a plan. They're going to want you to be organized, know what you're doing, and they're going to want you to be passionate about your work. Make sure you have a plan, a 31-day folder, whatnot. I can teach people how to do that if you want me to stay organized. But it's going to be very important that you do that. And they're looking for somebody that has a plan, stays on, and follows the rules. Okay. That's going to be very key. Wow. So you're going to be all right. Just stay out of the coffee, the coffee room drama and the water cooler drama and all that. You'll be fine. This is going to be good. And what I'm seeing is could be a very good job for you. All right. So that's just fantastic. Wow. Bangarang. There we go. Okay. Let me see where we're at here and bring that one down. There we go. So a lot of things happening going on. We had a busy, busy week going on. Mr. Bruce, Miss Bridget are off in Boston right now celebrating. I haven't seen, I don't remember. Did I say hi to Deborah? Well, hello, Deborah. We are glad you are here. Good to see you. Let's see what's going on. Who else popped in? I love it because everybody comes in and says hi. We are a true tribe. We want you to come in and feel comfortable. Everybody, you can find me under Rob Lee. One of the things I like for everybody to do, there's Tarot with an Attitude, the group. Go join that. We post things there, things happen, and it's a great place to ask a question. And many of our members will help you answer. I will help. My wife will help. Miss Bridget will help, things like that. But then there's Tarot with an Attitude, the page. Follow that page. So many things going on, and I post other information there or whatnot. So I want to be part. We're trying to build up the community. I'm going to build up this community. Again, different things. I'm fixing to try to add some beautiful and wonderful things so that through the week, you can constantly have a community, have like a daily plan, what Spirit wants you to know, and find out what's happening. Okay. So please go check that out. And again, for this, make sure you're hitting that subscribe and that like button. We've got a lot of going. Maine is gorgeous. I love it. You're right, baby. Maine is gorgeous. I love it. But there are some things are happening. Main motto: the way life should be, known as the pine tree state. 65,000 moose can't be wrong. Yeah, no kidding. It's funny. I have not seen the moose yet. No, we're not in Maine. We're in New Hampshire. I got to go up more into Maine. I want to see a moose in the wild. Oh, let me tell you what God blessed us with this morning. Bridget and I are sitting there having coffee. Now, I have this Disneyland type backyard and I'm not bragging. I'm saying where I am fortunate that God has given us. Groundhogs, chipmunks, rabbits, deer, squirrel. And I know a lot of y'all are tired of hearing about this, but let me tell you what happened this morning. Okay. All of the babies of all of them that have been getting weaned in their holes and their dens and in the woods were all coming out. And Mama Deer brought one of her fawns up, still spotted. I'll post it in the 2 pages I told you about, and on my page. Okay. Were brought up and actually presented her baby to us at the deer feeder. It was just still had the spots, was jumping, and it was just awesome watching this deer playing with squirrel. And it reminds us that, you know what? Creation, energy, things that we ask for. My wife will tell you, I was worried. I wanted to make sure. Bridget is so into the animals. I know she was a shaman, a druid in her previous life, things like this. She just has this attachment to these animals. And I believe hummingbirds showed up, little ones. It was amazing. Baby birds, everything that's happening. And we were just blessed. Mother Nature, the Divine Mother, blessed us both while we're sitting there with a cup of coffee. And we're both like giddy, like kids. I went and got my wife, and we're just sitting there looking at it. I want to tell Spirit, I want to tell everybody, you know what? Take some time. Look at what's going on. You may not have the backyard we have that backs up to 40 acres of woods and a valley and everything else. But you know what? You can find a bush. You can find a tree. You can step out and just stop and enjoy the sun. You can say thank you for giving us such a beautiful day. And you know what? Even if it's raining, you can say thank you for feeding the earth and everything that it needs. It was just a blessed day. I wanted to share with everybody, and so everybody could know we had just an awesome, wonderful time. So I am taking the time to tell Spirit, to tell the Mother, thank you for allowing us that into your life. Well, I did. I said, I set things up, and I'm like, manifested. I had no idea this was going to happen. We've always had some of the animals. Y'all know that. But I wanted to make sure Bridget got that experience. And man, the Spirit, the Mother, the Goddess, Father, Earth, man, they laid it out today. What a beautiful thing to watch a baby deer playing and jumping and bouncing around with squirrels and rabbits, even a groundhog involved. Okay. It was actually just an amazing morning and things like that. So, you know what? It's some of those things we need to stop and give thanks for. And we need to be aware that that's going on. Donna, oh, I love it. My mama dear brought her 2 babies to me today. Also, I love my wilderness animals. It's that time, and it reminds us of cycles. The things happen in cycles. Things happen up here. It's going to start chilling off here before too long, and fall's going to set in. Everything's just going to turn to these beautiful colors on fire. And God is there to remind us, you know what? Sometimes things have to die for things to get better. We have to let some things go. The animals are going to have to go to sleep, hibernate. We're going to have to be without them for a while. But then spring comes, and then the summer comes, Everybody's reproducing. The world is turning, and laying that out there. Open your arms, embrace it, and just say thank you. Nature is so uplifting. Absolutely, it is. Um, I love the animals. I think I was Snow White in another life. We were joking. The only thing that didn't happen this morning was Snow White coming out with the little burn on her finger and a dwarf chasing her off and going to the mine. That was funny. It was so nice, so sweet. Everything was great, and we loved it. Let's see what's happening. So, everybody, I appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Okay. An up close and personal visit from a hummingbird today. Beautiful, beautiful things that are happening all around us. When we get down, when we get in despair, we have to go look for these things so we can uplift our spirit and remember, you know what? I don't care what they're all doing out there. God is here. Spirit is here. The mother is here. And when we're gone, that baby deer that turns into the stag, into the doe that's going to mother another deer, breed another deer, they don't care. All right? They're just living their life. So take that. Remember, I don't know why God laid that on my heart so heavy, but we need to remember it. And let's find out what's going on. So, everybody, thank you for being here tonight. This was awesome. I appreciate you being here. So, with all that being said, it's a key thing here at Tarot with an Attitude to take what you want, leave what you don't. I don't care. It's all right. But leave having experienced a little bit of peace, love, and light. Bang, right.